blue on black. It's just we're not happy about it up here. But
as long as we get a W, we'll be happy about that. So 2nd down and 9. So Richard, are you seeing some of the? You said Coach Hidalgo tried to instill some of these offensive formations and plays with your junior programs. Are you kind of seeing it take place as we sit up here?
Yeah, we do.
There's a pass complete to the fullback, I believe. Let's see if it's Rowling. It is Henry Rowling. And that is going to be good enough for a 1st down. So
nice. Yeah, I'm seeing some of the, we're coming out of the same formation, but as you can imagine, we simplify things a good bit.
Yep.
I saw a little bit of their senior playbook, and it's pretty complex. They got a lot of stuff. So Rocky actually simplified it for us, and so we kind of took that.
I wonder if he's had to simplify it for the varsity Raiders. They're starting so many young players. There's DJ Smith, who tries to get outside right side and is going to be slung out of bounds over there after a pickup of about 5 or 6 yards. But, yeah, I mean, this Walton offense, now Smith is playing tailback tonight. Again, not sure what's going on with the sophomore KK Brooks, who's been the leading rusher all season long for the Raiders. But this Walton offense starting so many underclassmen, it kind of makes me wonder if they've even had to simplify it for the varsity squad.
Possibly.
All right, 2nd down, and we'll call it 6. Wilson in the pistol formation, sends a man in motion, right to left. And they'll hand it off to Smith, and Smith gets across the 40-yard line, just short of a 1st down. It'll be 3rd down and short for the Raiders. All right, so the 1st grade team, you play at 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. They finished their season, their regular season, 6-2 as well.
Okay.
And they did a lot better than I thought. These are kindergartners and 1st graders. And I tell you, they've impressed me this year. Interesting fact is that Coach Hidalgo's son is on that team.
Deuce?
Yes.
All right. What position does Deuce play?
Deuce plays a little tight end mostly.
He's going to have to be an offensive lineman or a defensive lineman if he's Rocky's son.
That's right.
Here's a handoff, left side. Smith,
nice.
Big hole over there. He might go, or is it Brooks now? It might be Brooks in there. I can't tell these numbers. It is KK Brooks who's in there now at tailback, so he's definitely not hurt. Looked good on that run. And just watch KK. There's a great block on the outside right there. Opens up a huge hole, and KK Brooks turns on the afterburners and gets all the way inside the Roswell 25 down to the 21-yard line, a big pickup. This time they will give it to Brooks again. Brooks with some another nice moves there as he gets inside the 15-yard line this time. And it's going to be 2nd down and about 3. So maybe that was a senior night thing there. Give DJ Smith, the senior, some carries at tailback. And he did a nice job, but now KK Brooks is in there, and you can tell he's the guy that's been doing it all season. There's a nice cut back up the middle by Brooks. He's going to have 1st down yardage as he's real close to the 10-yard line. In fact, they'll spot it right at the 10. So it's going to be 1st and goal, it looks like. Look at him fight. He's a young sophomore in there, Richard. Now, when we were playing, we didn't have a whole lot of sophomores play varsity.
No, I didn't think so.
This team is loaded with sophomores. Yeah. It's interesting to see how many sophomores have gotten playing time on this 2013 edition of the Walton Raiders.
This team should look good in a couple of years, huh?
Oh, man.
Real good.
Well, we're hoping they've got some left in them for this year as we close out the regular season here tonight and get ready for playoff game number 1 next week. There's a handoff that's going to go nowhere. Back to the line of scrimmage on that carry is Brooks, I believe. So 2nd down and goal now, as Bailey Wolf and Chad Clay will check into the ball game. So the 1st grade team also finishes 6-2. You got to be proud as a coach to lead 2 teams to 6-2 records in this tough Cobb football league. And who are they, Matt? You said North Paulding, right?
North Paulding.
Okay. Well, I'm going to want to see some scores tomorrow from you.
Absolutely.
Not going to be able to make it to either one of those games, but definitely going to want to know how the young Raiders do. So Walton's going to take a timeout here. Second down and goal from the Roswell 10-yard line. No score here with 3:38 left to go in quarter number 1 from Raider Valley. So what's it like to coach a team of kindergartners and first graders? I mean, is it just drilling fundamentals? I mean, and even with the fourth graders, I mean, I'm sure you still have to.
They're different. First grade and fourth grade are different. You know, the fourth graders, they're more coachable. First graders, you do a lot of trying to get them to stand on the line and listen. And it's fundamentals. One of the big things we're doing is we're doing the heads up football program from USA Football.
Very
we're
important.
teaching them to play more, making the game safer, keeping their head out of the game. No leading with the head.
You gotta see what you're hitting by having your head up.
That's right. Keep your head up. It's actually a more effective way to make tackles.
I'll tell you a funny story here in a second. I didn't give up on playing football after we finished here at Walton, and I'll tell you something that happened to me as Wilson rolls out right side, tries to get it over there to the receiver on the far right side. We got a flag that comes in real late, and this is going to be that is one of the latest holding calls I think I've ever seen. The ball had been incomplete on the ground for what seemed like a couple of seconds before the flag came in, so that'll back Walton up even further if Roswell accepts the penalty. But, at the ripe old age of 34, I decided that I'd kept myself in pretty good shape. Through a friend, I'd found out about this semi-pro football league, and
really?
And I was thinking, I should go give that a try. And I was thinking at the very best, I'll maybe be on the kickoff team or the punt return team or something like that. One of the special teams, and ended up starting at safety, led the team in interceptions.
Really?
Yeah. But I got jumped over one time going in for a tackle, put my head down. I was looking down at the ground and I got jumped over, which is extremely embarrassing. I have the video of that. There's a pass to the end zone, and we're going to have a pass interference flag that comes in as Wilson threw into triple coverage. But I believe he's going to get the pass interference call. As you'll watch Wilson on the play action, set up in the pocket, make an adjustment there, now going down into triple coverage into the end zone, and the flag comes in. And they will mark this one off against the Roswell Hornets. So a break for the Raiders and a dangerous try there by Wilson thrown into triple coverage. So the holding call was a spot foul. And that's why after this mark-off, the ball only ends up at the 14-yard line. The 14 of Roswell. So still second down after all these penalties. 3 minutes, 26 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Still scoreless. In the pistol, Wilson will fake the handoff. He's looking left, going into the corner of the end zone, and the receiver was tripped up on that play, and that's just feet getting tangled up, so no penalty there. There is a flag, though. Flag at the 11-yard line. And this one is going to be holding on Roswell.
We're getting better field position.
Yeah. So the end of this drive has been disrupted by penalties on both sides. Kind of grinding things to a halt here a little bit. So yeah, Richard, I'm going in for the tackle.
So, okay.
Put my head down.
Oh.
I'm looking at the ground, and the guy hurdles me.
Just hurdles you.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
that's not.
So I didn't hear the end of that for a long time.
Not how you make tackles.
No.
So,
and like I said, I just happened from the time that I played in the semi-pro league, I happened to have video of one game.
Oh, okay.
And that's the game.
Yeah. That's the game.
Yep. So I got that on tape. There's a handoff up the middle that time. Again, good job by the Roswell defense. Ball at the 7-yard line, so it'll be 3rd and goal now. No penalty on that play, though.
No.
We
could have used one.
Got through a play without seeing laundry on the field.
So, Tim, was this semi-pro, was this attempt to relive the glory days? Or
Well, Richard, you should know better than anyone that for me there never were any glory days, so it was an attempt to just have some.
I wouldn't say that.
There's a pass into the end zone that is incomplete, and it'll be 4th down and goal now, and Walton looks like they'll send on the kicking unit and Christian Lucas. Let's see, this will be, I believe, a 24-yard attempt. Somewhere thereabouts. Well within Lucas's range. Looks like they'll set it up at the 15, so it'll be a 25-yard attempt. And they've got it right in the middle of the field, too, so it's basically a long extra point. As Walton tries to get on the board first. Good snap. The hold is down, and the kick is up, and it looks good to me, and it is good. And Walton is on the board first as they lead Roswell here 3-0 on senior night here in Raider Valley. 2 minutes, 34 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Now, normally I've got a partner up here, Kurt Schreiner, who does a fantastic job. He's out of town this week, was out of town for our last Raider Vision webcast, and so certainly appreciate you coming up and sitting with me for a few moments. Otherwise, I'd have to talk the entire game, and that doesn't turn out too good. So
it's warm up here. It's a cold night.
It's we get to cut out the breeze by being up here. But Kurt, whenever he does the intro to the broadcast, introduces me as Raider legend Tim Burns, and I'm like, Kurt, you can't do that because people are going to think that I condone that. I want you to say that. I don't want you to say that. First of all, it's not true.
No, you correct me if I'm wrong. You played cornerback, right?
I was a corner, and I was a very slow, short, undersized corner. And, so I didn't play a whole lot.
I think you're being a little hard on yourself.
No, well, I'm just being honest. I literally think I'm faster right now today than I was in high school. Here is the kickoff. And that one is going to be a touchback as it's fielded in the end zone. So Roswell will have it 1st down and 10 starting at their 20-yard line. So the Raider defense, Richard, so far it's still early, obviously, but has looked good here tonight. They looked really good last week against Etowah in that 28-5 win. And, maybe they're finally finding their stride here late in the season. It would be a perfect time for them to do that, too, heading into the playoffs. This was a unit that was expected to be a strong point of this team. Coach Hidalgo is really excited about this defense coming into the season, but it's just been one of those years, kind of been up and down for the defense, as we have a procedure penalty against the Hornets. That'll move them back 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 15 from the 15. But, great performance against North Cobb, who's one of the top teams in the entire state.
Game.
Held North Cobb to 13 points. And then, like I said last week, holding Etowah to 5 points, just a field goal and a safety. And
I missed the game last week.
That one was at Etowah. There is a long pass attempt that's going to be no good, and luckily that's not a flag over there, is it? There's something down there on the field. It might be just a towel. But, no flag for the Raiders on that play. Good coverage. There was a little contact, and that's why I was worried about it a little bit, but I don't think this ball was catchable. Some contact right there at the very end. But so 2nd down and 15 now.
So not the consistency you're looking for.
No, I mean, and I'm sure now, granted, they've played a pretty tough schedule. There's a handoff by the Hornets right side, and hit right there at the line of scrimmage is the ball carrier for the Hornets. And let's see who it is coming up off the bottom of the pile. Looks like number 10 on the carry, Grant Smith, and he's shaking up. This doesn't look too good because he got up and tried to walk away, and
he's hurt.
Crumbled to the ground pretty quickly. So that is Grant Smith down on the turf, and they're going to attend to him, and he's reaching for his lower left leg. But so we've got some time here. The defensive unit, maybe they're just now finding their way here at a very good time. Be a good time to do it
Sure would.
as they get ready to head into the postseason. It's an experienced unit, and you know, like I said, a bit up and down. The big games for them were North Cobb, as we mentioned, and Etowah last week. But there's been some bad in there as well. Giving up, I believe, 40 points to Woodstock, you know. But I mentioned the schedule, Richard. Now they played Peachtree Ridge to start the season.
Right.
Hillgrove after that, then North Cobb, and of course, you know, there's always Lassiter and Etowah, and you know, this region, you know, probably doesn't get a whole lot of respect on a statewide level.
Yeah.
But this region is a lot tougher than. And we will see a Roswell punt coming up here. So a good defensive stand by the Walton Raiders, and they'll get the football back. And they should get it back with pretty good field position too. You check the forecast for your games tomorrow, Richard?
You know, I haven't. That's something I should do.
The punt is away. It's a line drive, going to be collected by Chad Clay. He's got some room outside, and there's a flag that comes in as Clay is forced out of bounds over there.
Play on the return, flag on the play.
So let's see what this penalty is all about. I believe it's going to be on the Raiders. It is. I didn't catch that signal, but blocking the back. Okay, I thought it was illegal use of hands or blocking the back, one of those two, but that'll move the Raiders back a little bit.
Yeah.
1:32 left here in the first quarter. The Raiders will start their drive.
1 minute, 32 seconds left to go in quarter number one.
So, Tim, how did you start doing this?
Well, I don't know. I honestly can't remember how this came about. Pete English, our fine producer, director, everything extraordinaire over there, might remember how I got involved over here. I can't remember, but been helping him out with football and basketball over the years. And Craigslist, yeah. I put out lots of Craigslist ads. This was just one of them, and that's how Pete found me. He's always searching for things on Craigslist and human services. And there's a handoff as DJ Smith gets across the 45 to the 46-yard line. So it definitely was not Craigslist, by the way. I can't remember, though. But used to do football and basketball, and Pete is, you know, puts in so much time as a volunteer putting all these things together. And it just got to be too much with the basketball, moving all this equipment around. I mean, it's a lot goes into this, and Pete gets here way early to set all this up. And so now it's gotten to the point where all we do is the home football games. We don't even do the road games anymore. There's a handoff to Brooks, I believe, and a real strong run by Brooks as he dragged a couple of would-be tacklers with him across midfield to the 48, and that is right at the first down marker.
It is.
So they may bring out the chains from the far side of the field over there.
It's close.
They're gonna say first down.
There you go.
So the Raiders are ready to go. They've broken the huddle, but they got to wait for the chain gang to set things up over there. First down and 10. Wilson will hand it off, and Smith on the carry, and he got tripped up in the backfield. A nice play by the Roswell Hornets, Justin Auer, as he was able to break into the backfield and trip up DJ Smith.
Was that a nose guard that got back there?
I don't know what position Auer's playing, but in fact, I don't even see him in the game anymore.
He just ran off.
Makes a good play and gets taken out of the game. That's the end of the first, and Walton leads Roswell 3-0. And when they switch sides of the field, they're not going to have to go very far. This ball is just about right at midfield.
Now, I'll tell you, that's one of the things that confuses the first graders. When the quarter changes and we get on the other side of the ball, Yeah,
They
that
don't-
takes a few to get used to the fact that, hey, we're going the other way now, guys.
Yeah, that's funny. A good friend of ours, Tim Shields, he's called me a couple times. I don't know if he's watching.
I saw that.
Yeah, I don't know if he's watching us on Raider Vision or not, but he coached his son when his son played on the kindergarten, first grade team, and I went and watched one of the games, and man, it was
Pretty exciting.
yeah. I just the ball gets snapped, and then there's just a swarm of
Yeah,
bodies, and you don't you can't
Yeah.
really see a play being developed or anything. And
So Tim's supposed to come back next year and maybe head up the second grade team.
yeah,
That's what he told me.
he keeps his son real busy.
I know his son's really into baseball.
And yeah, and he's a good little athlete. So Walton will have it second down and 11 from the Roswell 49-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Wilson will roll out right side, going down the field, down the middle, and open for just a moment. And I'm trying to get the number. I think it might be Davis Pigeon, the tight end, as he broke free at the last second from the defender, but the defender was able to get his hand up there and knock it away. So good defensive play by the Hornets. And it's going to be third down and 11 now. So Walton starts off with great field position,
Yeah.
and now having a tough time moving the football. Had some, our last webcast was against Wheeler in that exciting game. I don't know if you were able to catch that or not, but Walton made a fantastic comeback in the fourth quarter and ended up winning the game in overtime. But ended up talking with some of the guys from the class of '83, and I'll tell you about it in just a second as Wilson rolls out right side looking downfield. His receiver fell down. He stumbled rather. It was Chad Clay, able to somehow maintain his footing and almost made an outstanding catch, but he's unable to come up with it. And it's going to be fourth down and 11, and the Raiders will most likely punt this football away. But ended up talking with Brian Berge
Oh, yeah.
and Dan Snyder,
Okay.
Charlie Rood, and old Coach Jones was up here as well.
Oh, wow.
And so they kind of did what you're doing, sort of helped me
Yeah.
out a little bit so I wouldn't have to talk the whole game by myself. And, we kind of reminisced and talked about our days back here playing in Raider Valley, and things have changed a little bit, wouldn't you say?
Quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
we thought we had a pretty nice stadium, I think, when we were playing here. But there's the fake as the ball is snapped to the
That's
up
it.
man, and I believe it is Rowling, and Rowling got just not enough
No.
for the first down. It looks like he's going to be about a yard shy, but Walton's been able to execute a few fake punts this year and almost got another one right there. But Roswell able to come up with a stop at the last moment to prevent the Raider first down. So Roswell will have it now, and let's see where they spot this football. Looks like at the 39-yard line. Early second quarter, Walton leading Roswell 3-0. Neither offense really able to get a whole lot going so far here tonight. But still lots of football left. But so the field obviously is different. I mean, your kids, this is all they're going to ever know.
Is that crazy? In first
Yeah.
grade, they're playing on turf.
Yeah, they're not
Yeah.
going to know the kind of stuff that
No.
we
They don't
had
get
to deal
dirty.
with. Yeah.
They don't get dirty. I mean, they really don't.
I mean,
The cleats are clean.
Yeah.
The jerseys are clean. Even when it rains, they played in the pouring rain. They just get wet.
Yeah.
They don't get dirty.
Yeah.
That's not. But I don't think that's as fun.
right.
More fun than playing in the mud sometimes.
Coach Jones was talking about, one of his memories during his time coaching here was when he had Chuck Carswell as his tailback, and we know
Oh, yeah.
Chuck. And he said the field had a pretty distinctive crown to it.
Right.
Going in this corner over here. And so he would run a lot of sweeps to the right side just so he could get Chuck running
A
downhill.
little downhill. Not that Chuck needed that.
No, he didn't. But, any edge you can have. There's a rollout by the Hornets. Pass is going to be complete over the middle, and a nice move by the receiver. And he gets inside the Walton 40-yard line to the, let's see where they spot it, the 38 it looks like. And we've got a Raider down in push-up position. I think he try to see who that is. I'll tell you, this is an all-volunteer crew that does these games here, and tonight just not enough showed up, so we got one camera, and he's doing an outstanding job getting our zoom shots. And here's going to be our replay, and we'll see if we can see what happened. I think it was just like he got juked on the move, and he's holding the back of his right leg, which is not a good sign. As soon as he went down, started holding the backside of his right knee. And I believe our PA announcer said it was Ryan Rogie, which would not be good. He had it's not Ryan Rogie, okay. Trying to see who it is. We'll get the number here, hopefully, on this next replay. Good pressure on the quarterback. And it is, I believe, Chad Clay, and that would be a huge loss because Chad Clay, it's Ben Hood. Okay, I can't, these numbers, these blue numbers on these black jerseys, impossible to pick up, but I believe it is Ben Hood.
Can you tell what he did there in that
Well,
replay?
it looked like he might have just, his knee might have just buckled. When the receiver made the move, it was Kendall Smith on the reception for Roswell, and right after he caught it, changed directions right away, and that caused the Walton defensive back to try to have to react to that.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see it one more time. Now there's the reception. You see him now make a quick move, and his knee just buckled.
I think so, yeah.
And
he didn't make any contact either.
They're gonna get him up now. So, and I believe it is number 2, Ben Hood, a junior, who's played all season long as a corner in this Walton secondary.
And that looks like he's hurt pretty good. Yeah, whatever he did,
Oh, he went down immediately.
he's not even putting that leg on the ground.
All right, well, we are back to the action after that big first down pickup. And they will hand it off, and a nice gain on first down across the 35-yard line down to the 33. That's going to be a pickup of about 6 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Just about 11 minutes left to go here in this first half. Roswell moving the football here now. Kind of a interesting formation, almost like a power I, but with the quarterback in pistol formation. And the handoff goes right up the middle, and a great job by the Walton defensive front to come in there and make a stop for no gain.
So, Tim, how long did you play on the semi-pro team?
I played 1 year for a team called the Gwinnett Titans. I'm sure you've heard of them. Tried to play the next season for, I believe they were called the Gwinnett Panthers, and I say I tried to play. I played, but with scheduling conflicts, I only played in one game that season, and I'll tell you about it here. It's a pretty funny story to that, too, as the pass is complete to Kendall Smith over there on the right side, and Smith, I believe, is going to be a little bit short of the first down, so it'll be 4th down now for Roswell, and it's 4th and only about 2, so they could go for it here. So all season long, the next season, I'm only able to play in one game due to all these scheduling conflicts, Richard, and the game just happened to be in Charlotte, North Carolina, and the only reason I was able to play in that game is because I was working in Raleigh. So I worked all day long out in the sun in Raleigh working a golf tournament up there. Get off work, drive from Raleigh to Charlotte, show up at the game, and we only had 11 other guys drive up from Atlanta to Charlotte.
Wow.
So there were 12 of us. And our coach, who was a former NFL player, basically brought his equipment just in case.
Wow.
He suited up. So we really only had 13 players going up against this team, and they beat us. But they should have beat us a lot worse given the circumstances. I played defensive back.
Yeah.
That was my position. Well, since we only had 13 guys show
up.
I wouldn't guess where I played.
Where'd you play?
I mean, I kind of look like an offensive tackle, don't I?
Yeah, I can see it.
So I was playing offensive tackle at about 190, 195 pounds, and I did okay. I did the best I could, but I played both ways and played the entire game. They're going for it here on 4th and 2. It's a direct snap and a nice move by the running
Wow.
back as he picks up first down yardage and is shoved out of bounds over there at the 22-yard line. So a big first down pickup. They're going to spot him, I think, at the 23, actually, but that was Sheldon Evans on the carry, number 26. You'll see the direct snap there, and everyone, the Walton defense was all thinking it was going to come right up the middle. And Evans able to break it outside for a huge first down pickup by the Hornets. So my semi-pro career lasted 2 seasons. The first season is where I got most of my highlights. There's a give to Evans again on the right side, and he picks up a couple of yards. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
So was it fun?
It was actually a lot of fun. The thing about it is, you know, I'm sure Matthew might be, a little bit sore after a game the next day? Or not at all? A little bit sore after a game, okay. Ouch. So Richard's son Matthew's on that 4th grade team. But for me, Richard, I was basically sore all season because the soreness never went away by the time the next game came around. So that was the biggest difference, was the recovery time.
I'm sure, yeah.
3rd down and 5 now for the Hornets. Big 3rd down play here for the Walton defense. Trying to keep Roswell off the board and maintain this 3-point lead. 9 minutes left to go here in half number 1 from Raider Valley. They'll send Slade in motion, fake the handoff to him, and they'll swing it out here to Evans. Evans is going to have first down yardage inside the 15 down to the 12. Just enough for a first down, and that'll move the chains once again. I told you this Roswell team, you don't pay attention to that record. 4-5 overall, 2-4 in Region 5 because they're a good team.
This offense is moving the sticks.
On the pass from Whitaker is 1st and 10 at the 12.
Got a good friend here, former Touchdown Club president Bob McLeod, texting in scores. I'll give you some of these scores here in just a moment. Handoff in the middle, up the middle, goes nowhere for Roswell. Again, Evans on the carry. Camden County leading Colquitt 15-0. That one in the 2nd quarter. Hillgrove actually leading McEachern 21-14. Cherokee 14-0 over Wheeler, and Harrison 14-0 over Marietta. Those scores courtesy of the man we call El Presidente, Bob McLeod. Thank you, Bob. They will hand it off. I believe it's Evans again. Evans tripped up, somehow stays on his feet and falls forward for a pickup of about a yard. And it is going to be 3rd down and 9 for the Hornets. This Walton defense seems like they've been on the field a long time here.
Yeah, hopefully we're going to get the ball back here. Defense is looking a little bit better.
Yep, big 3rd down. They are looking left into the corner of the end zone, and that's going to be complete for a touchdown. And making the catch over there is Kendall Smith. So Roswell takes the lead with that touchdown, 6-3, extra point coming up.
Roswell has a little bit of a passing game, it looks like. The receivers know how to get open.
Yep, he's a big target, and he's shown here on this drive that he can go up and catch the football. So here comes the extra point attempt as Roswell tries to increase their lead to 4 points. It is good, just got up high enough to get over the crossbar, and Roswell now leads 7-3 with 7 minutes, 10 seconds left to go here in this first half. Now Walton, no stranger to being behind and having to come back from deficits in the Wheeler game, down by 2 touchdowns with just over 3 minutes left to go in the football game, Richard, and came back and tied that game up and won it in overtime. A tremendous comeback.
I didn't get to watch that game, but I heard,
Oh my gosh, amazing comeback. Had to have some things go right for him that night, and they certainly did. Matthew, what position do you play?
I play quarterback. I play starting quarterback on my team. On defense, I am backup safety, but usually I'm offense. I conserve my energy for offense most of the time. I rarely play defense, as I told you I was a backup.
Yep.
But I'm usually like the passing and handing off quarterback. I hand off and pass a lot. I have another quarterback. He usually runs the ball.
He's more of a running quarterback.
Yeah, I'm more of the passing and handing off.
Have you thrown some touchdown passes this year?
I threw a PAT.
A 2-point conversion.
2-point conversion.
Nice.
And I actually did throw some really good throws for like first downs, maybe 20-yard throws, maybe.
Well, very good. So do you like being a quarterback? Do you like a passing offense or a running offense or a combination? Do you like a little bit of both?
I like a little bit of both. For I mean, really, I like them both because, well, the reason for my team that it would be best to have both passing and a running offense. Mostly, well, I think it just worked better because, I mean, you can't do just one. You need more than one to pull off the game and win.
Yeah, it's good to keep the defense guessing. When you have when you're good at both things, passing and running.
Yeah.
Makes it difficult for the defense to really key in on one thing, and you kind of keep them off balance a little bit by being able to do both things pretty well, right?
Yep.
Yep. That was DJ Smith carrying the football that time for the Raiders. Gets 4 yards on first down. 2nd down and 6 now. So you and the running quarterback, you guys split time pretty evenly,
Yes.
or?
Not really evenly. Most of the time I'm playing. Like last game when I went into overtime, I played. And sometimes I do play for a second offense. But most of the time I play for starting. I play starting offense. And see, the backup quarterback for the starting offense, he's more of a running guy.
Mm-hmm.
See, he can't really pass very well. But I mean, he's a great runner, and yeah. So, but one of my favorite plays is probably bootleg pass, which is a play where I fake a handoff to the fullback. That goes through a hole. Then I curl out and throw it to a receiver in the back and out, maybe at the 10-yard line, 10 yards away.
Yeah, I see these guys run that same play all the time.
Oh.
Now, we had KK Brooks pick up a first down a moment ago. Now it is 2nd down and 8 for the Raiders as Chad Clay goes in motion right to left. They'll hand it off to Brooks, left side. Brooks breaks through the line. Brooks is out to midfield as he stumbles and falls to the turf after picking up a big first down for the Raiders. That'll move the chains, and it's going to be 1st and 10, Walton at their own 49-yard line. Now, yeah, I've seen the varsity Raiders run that exact same play you're talking about, and they run it really well. You know what happens when you do that, when you fake that handoff like that?
It trips them up.
Yeah,
They
the
go
defense.
for the fullback.
Yeah, the defense thinks that they handed it off to the running back, and so that opens things up for that receiver. Now we got a penalty here against the Raiders, unfortunately, after that nice pickup by Brooks. It's going to be a holding call, and that'll back the Raiders up. Ball will be spotted at the 25-yard line.
Instead of 1st and 10 at the 50, it's going to be 2nd and 15 at the 25 for Walton.
All right, so 2nd down, and looks like 16 for the Raiders. Wilson sets up in the pocket, looking over the middle. Chad Clay complete, and he's got a first down as he's tackled there at the 44-yard line, but it's good enough for first down yardage and a big pickup for the Raiders. See the replay here, and watch Wilson just wait for this route to develop. Clay breaks free, and a nice tackle, shoestring tackle by the safety. Otherwise, Chad Clay would have had a whole lot more yardage on that play.
Yep.
So 1st and 10 for the Raiders from just inside their own 45-yard line. Wilson again in that pistol formation. Gives it off to Brooks, left side, big hole. Brooks breaks a tackle and has got another first down close to the 40-yard line of Roswell. They'll spot it at the 41. And we got another injured Raider going to the turf right there on the Walton logo at midfield. And looks like it might be Henry Rowling, and that'd be a tough loss. The lead blocker on many of these running plays for the Raiders, a good receiver out of the backfield, good pass protector. Matthew, where's your dad going? Is he taking off? Oh, he's getting a picture of it. Oh, I shouldn't have told you. It's supposed to be a candid shot.
Yeah.
So you guys gonna take off at halftime, go get a good night's rest, and be well rested up for your game tomorrow?
I don't really know.
You don't even know, do you?
No, I don't even know.
Oh, son of a gun. Well, as they tend to, I believe it's Henry Rowling out there at midfield. And hopefully this isn't serious. Rowling, Richard, not sure if you know, is a signee for the University of Georgia, baseball signee. And I'm saying it's Rowling, and it's not even Henry Rowling. It's a offensive lineman. See, we cannot see these numbers on these jerseys. David Davis, the injured Raider, is walking off the field. But I'll talk about Henry Rowling anyway, being a Georgia guy. Rowling is a baseball signee at the University of Georgia, so he's already committed to the Bulldogs to play baseball.
So no more football for him.
No, we know. It's David Davis. Thank you. I decided since I'd already made the mistake, I was going to keep on talking about Henry Rowling, you know. So Davis, the injured Raider, is okay and off the field, and there's a handoff up the middle by the Raiders that goes nowhere. Back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of 1. So, being the coach, and what's your younger son's name, by the way?
Noah.
Noah.
Yeah, Noah.
Is Noah
So
also the quarterback?
Noah plays center.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I needed a center that, was consistent. So I decided I would give him a little bit of coaching on the side.
There is a pass complete to Bailey Wolf. That is at the 34-yard line is where Wolf is stopped. And that is close to a first down, but not quite enough.
Yeah, most of the kids didn't want to play center. You know, they all want to run the ball. And so I decided I would have Noah play center, and he's done a good job all season. And he'll do the same thing going into the playoffs.
Sounds similar to our situation with my son William here. He went in soccer, always wants to play striker.
All right.
Doesn't want to play a lot of defense. There is a handoff, and the ball is bobbled by Brooks, and it's going to be recovered by Roswell.
Wow, that hurts.
So that ball just kind of seemed like it just kind of squirted out of his hands. He was trying to, I think he was trying to secure it. And let's see if we, you know what? It looked like the offensive lineman might have got pushed back into him a little bit as he was trying to get outside. But a big play by the Roswell defense, and Walton now has to stiffen up on defense once again. That is Kendall Smith, the big target, split wide to the far side over there. They will fake the handoff, and it was him over here on the near side, and they complete it to him. And he is inside the Walton 40 down to the 37. Thought that was Smith split out far wide to the right, but he was over here in a slot on the left side and picks up the first down.
He's got a way of getting open. Look at him.
So the Hornets moving the football again. 1st and 10 from the Walton 37. Crowd trying to cheer the Raiders on here. There's a nice stop. And I believe that is Kyle Whitaker on the stop. Nope, Trayon Williams. Well, it was Kyle Whitaker. I tell you what, whose ever idea it was for blue numbers on a black jersey
It's
needs to go back to design school.
It's driving you crazy. I know you can't see these numbers.
Yeah.
You can't see them. They just blend.
White numbers would have been much better on a black jersey, but
Looks meaner though this way.
maybe so. So 2nd down on 11. They'll fake the handoff, and the pass is complete over here to the left side. And on the reception that time is Colin McCauley, one of the captains for the Hornets. And it looks like he's got enough for another Roswell first down.
I think Roswell's liking their passing game right now.
Yep, you see McCauley just kind of trickle out into the left flat, turn around, stop, wait for the football. And once he caught it, he secured it and picked up the necessary yardage for the first down. This time they'll hand it off on the end around, and he tries to cut it up inside. On the carry that time for Roswell was Kendrick Jackson. And he picks up about 3. It'll be 2nd down and about 7. It's senior night, guys. Time to get fired up here and turn this thing around. Walton trailing by 4. Roswell with the football, and
they fumbled it.
They did fumble it. That ball came out.
I think we got it.
And it looks like it's going to be Walton football.
It is. There you go.
It's almost on cue. I said they needed to step up and do something to turn this thing around.
I like that. Now, senior night, you mentioned, I noticed a lot of people wearing camouflage, and I didn't quite understand that.
I guess that was the theme they came up with for
Okay.
senior night. Yeah, I didn't understand it either, but
A lot of the students wearing camouflage
yeah.
out here. I thought maybe they're all going duck hunting in the morning or something.
All right, Walton spreads it out this time. Empty backfield. Wilson in the pistol. And that is a design run there by Wilson, and it goes nowhere. Good job of the Roswell defense to stay at home. It'll be 2nd down and 10. And Richard, when I had the guys up here from the class of '83 a couple of weeks ago,
Yeah.
I was asking them about some of their favorite memories, and it's good to hear some of their stories. What about you and our time here? I mean, some of my favorite memories with my friend Richard Feast, I can't really talk about on Raider Vision, but especially not with Matthew and William up here. But how about you, and what are some of your favorite memories?
Well, I'll tell you one of my favorite memories that stands out was from a football camp we did here at Walton one summer. And remember we all had to do skits?
Yes, I do.
We did a skit. I think you and I were in the same skit, and it was some sort of a rap. But the most entertaining, you stole the show.
No.
Yeah, you stole the show. I think it was, we called it the worm that you were doing.
Oh, no. There's Wilson rolling out, got a lot of time to throw. And he's going for Smith, and that's going to draw a flag as Smith was tackled.
Yeah.
So Smith was getting open there, and Marcelino Ball, the defensive back for Roswell, drags him down. And so that's going to be a pass interference, and that should give Walton a first down here. But the worm, huh?
So I think it was the worm you were doing.
No,
yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
You must be thinking of someone else.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
I don't.
There was a little bit of break dancing involved, and or at least an attempt at it.
I've tried to tell people with no success, but I've tried to convince people that I used to be able to dance a little bit.
Yeah, I remember. But that was memorable.
Oh
Now,
man!
speaking of Walton, in the old days, one thing that came about this year is that Walton is going to get rebuilt, the high school.
Wow.
Yeah, they did a SPLOST deal that passed, and part of it is going to be rebuilding the entire high school.
That sounds like a big project that's going to take a long time.
I'm hoping it's done before my kids get here.
I hope so too. Wilson, this is complete, and that is Smith on the reception, and Ball on the tackle, but another first down. the same two guys that were involved in that pass interference play just a moment ago. Smith on the reception, ball on the tackle, and Walton's going to hurry it up here and rush up to the line of scrimmage. Wilson this time looking right. Pass is complete to Smith, but they...
Penalty on Roswell.
Yep, they're going to call offsides on the Hornets, so it'll be 1st down and 5 for the Raiders after they mark things off here. Walton's hurrying it up because there's less than a minute left to go here in this first half.
40 seconds.
I don't remember that story you're talking about from camp. I believe you. I believe you. I just don't remember.
Oh, you remember.
Certain things I kind of block out of my memory forever. Wilson in the pistol formation takes the snap. He's flushed out of the pocket, looking into the end zone. He's got a man open and almost caught that time, but dropped. I think it might have been Takor Stewart. Let's see as they get up off the pile. It might have been Chad Clay. It is Chad Clay, and I couldn't. That would have been a circus catch by Clay, as he had to sort of jump up and reach back behind him a little bit. But 2nd down and 5 now with 25.3 seconds left to go. Walton trying to get in the end zone here and retake the lead on these Roswell Hornets before they go into the locker room at halftime. Roswell will have the football to start the second half. Wilson quickly out to Chad Clay. Clay picks up what he can and gets out of bounds. So a very short pickup. It's going to be 3rd down and about 2. 19.6 seconds left to go in this first half. Clay getting out of bounds gives Walton a little more time to set up here. 1 timeout left for the Raiders.
So, Tim, what I can't forget to mention on the Cobb Football League, well, let's wait till after this play.
All right. Wilson, lots of time. And it's just overthrown as Clay had to go up high to try to catch that one. Now it's going to be 4th down. And Walton's going to try to get within 1 here as they'll set up for a field goal. It's going to be what I believe would be about a 44-yard attempt. 45-yarder as they'll set the tee right there at the 35-yard line. Now they'll move it up to the 34. 44-yard attempt for Lucas. Benton Poor will do the hold. The kick is going to be blocked, and you got to go tackle that guy. He's going to just fall on it.
Yeah, he could have picked that up.
6.5 seconds left to go, and another big play by the Roswell Hornets. They've been the ones making the big plays tonight. And I guess when you think about it, Walton really fortunate to only be down 4 as we head towards halftime here.
So, yeah, Tim, what I was going to tell you that I can't forget to mention is that my daughter is actually a cheerleader.
Oh, yeah.
For Matthew's team.
Better not forget.
Can't forget to mention my daughter, Sophie.
And what grade is Sophie in?
She's in 3rd grade.
Okay.
She cheers for the 4th grade team.
They're going to try something here with this last play and get sacked that time.
Nothing.
Whitaker going down on the sack, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we're going to go into the locker room at halftime with Roswell leading Walton 7-3, and the Roswell Hornets will get the football to begin the second half of play. So a first half with not a whole lot of offense, but Roswell was the one team able to find the end zone for that touchdown, and they lead Walton by 4 here on senior night at Raider Valley. So Walton's got some work to do at halftime, and we'll see how they come out in the second half. So you got Matthew playing 4th grade, Sophie in 3rd grade cheering for Matthew in 4th grade, and you got Noah playing 1st grade football. It's going to be a busy day.
It's going to be. It's always a busy Saturday.
Yeah. All right, Richard.
So,
well, hey man, thank you very much
you
for
having
coming up
us.
here.
Thanks a lot.
Great seeing you. Great catching up with you, Matthew.
Right,
good luck, man.
Yeah.
Hope you get the win tomorrow. All right. All right. Y'all take care, Richard. Good luck tomorrow, buddy.
Thanks, Tim.
All right. Thank you. That is Raider legend Richard Feast joining us for a few minutes here in this first half, and we're going to be back with second half action here coming up in a few moments. Replay here And not a lot of hang time on that punt, and those are the best ones to return. It's going to go down as a 55-yard punt return as you see Smith just outrace the punt coverage team to the end zone, and a great return by DJ Smith. You know, the punt coverage team really never had a whole lot of time to get into their lanes. It was a low line drive punt. And a great return by DJ Smith. And the extra point is up, and it is good, and Walton leads Roswell now 17-7. So Walton has really turned things around here early in this third quarter. 6:14 left to go in quarter number 3. And Walton has turned a 4-point deficit at halftime into a 10-point lead here midway through the third quarter. All right, scoreboard operator William Burns showing me that Calhoun, a big power in the AA classification, leading Chattooga 63-0. That is at halftime. So Calhoun running it up on Chattooga. So the Raiders will kick off. There's that replay on the punt return once again as the Hornets coverage team never really had a chance that time. And DJ Smith, on senior night, the senior comes up with a big punt return to put Walton ahead by 10. And this time, Lucas, his kick will be fielded at the 1-yard line. And a great special teams tackle that time. Let's see if we can get the number. It's so hard to pick up those numbers. I want to say it's 37, 27, 47, 37. We don't know, man. We cannot see these numbers, but if it's 37, it's Zach Starnes. If it's 47, it's obviously Jordan Davenport, and Derek Hurt would be 27. But you'll see the replay here as the stop is made right there at the 10-yard line. There is a flag on the play, however.
We have offsetting personal fouls. Both dead ball fouls, you have to walk off.
So offsetting personal foul penalties. There's that T-shirt launching robot. I issued a challenge on Facebook to the robotics team to try to shoot one of those T-shirts up here into the press box. Now it looks like they're lining up for it. I'm opening the window. Bring it on.
That's 845 889 845 889.
All right. Right here.
Tonight's winner takes home $474.
They're trying to get the. All right, here we go. First down and 10. Roswell with the football at the 14-yard line. Corey, his pass is complete, and a nice tackle right away after the catch is made. It's going to be good enough for a first down. Looked like Toquar Stewart on the tackle. And it was Kendall Smith on the reception. He had that big first half receiving the football for the Hornets. I don't think the T-shirt's coming up here. I'm closing the window. Wait a minute. Maybe they're getting it set up. First down and 10. And a big hole up the middle. And a nice carry by Evans, and he's going to have first down yardage. So this Hornets squad not ready to fold up the tents just yet. They are trying to even their record on the season at 5-5, and they're going to go all the way till the final seconds tick off that game. There is the give to Evans. Evans is going to try to bounce it outside. The Walton defense, though, is there with a big stop on first down. Lots of guys in on that stop. Zach Williams was one of them. There go the T-shirts. And, you know, someone who won't really get a lot of credit for that tackle there, but Ryan Rogie came up and did a great job of keeping the outside contained, forcing that play back inside. 2nd down and 9. Hand off to Evans once again. Evans lets his blocks develop and is able to get to the 40-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down now and 6. And they're aiming this T-shirt up here. We may have a chance. Let's see. Let's see if the robotics team can shoot it right through this window. This would be a tremendous shot. Let's see. Here it comes. Oh! Not enough juice. They're getting closer, though. All right, big 3rd down play here. Now back in there at quarterback is Whitaker. He completes the pass and very close to a 1st down over there on the right sideline, or the far sideline rather, is Evans.
Out to Evans. DJ Smith makes the tackle out of bounds.
So looks like they're going to mark it short. Wow, he must have stepped out well before he got close to the marker. It looks like they're saying it's 4th and about 3. And the Hornets are going to go for it. Marietta now leading Harrison by 10, 24-14. Whitaker looking for a receiver and is going to be sacked. Great pressure on the quarterback that time. Zach Williams was in there, and on downs, Walton will get the football back in an outstanding field position and a chance to add to this lead. All right, despite the Arctic temperatures outside, we're opening up the press box windows, trying to give the robotics team a chance to launch a T-shirt into the press box here. All right, they're pressurizing the tank down there, trying to get this thing to where it can shoot a T-shirt up here. There's a handoff that goes for about a yard to KK Brooks. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 9 situation. Hillgrove still leading McEachern 21-14 at halftime. Lassiter leading Etowah by 10, 17-7. Now, I don't know all the playoff scenarios. I know Bob McLeod was asking me about that, but one thing I do know, Bob, is that Etowah is in a strange position tonight of possibly being able to win the region championship, but also possibly being able to miss the playoffs entirely. Handoff up the middle. Brooks has got 1st down yardage close to the 20-yard line. They will spot it right on the 20, and a big 1st down by KK Brooks. Pick up a 15. Have the replay here, and you'll watch this hole just open up right there on the left side of the Walton offensive line, and Brooks saw the hole and hit it hard. All right, here comes the T-shirt. Oh my gosh, it's got a chance. I heard it hit the roof of the press box. Great job. That was outstanding. I thought I had a shot at it. They pressurized it a little too much. That robot has got some power. I don't know if we caught that on camera or not, but that T-shirt got launched over the press box and landed on the roof. You could hear the thud.
Coming up big on the catch of the Cactus Car Wash T-shirt. Right up here on the press box.
Someone's going to have to climb on the roof to get that one. All right, Wilson fakes the handoff, rolls out right side's got a man open, complete, and into the end zone for a touchdown, I believe, was Chad Clay.
The senior, Bryce Wilson, 21-yard strike to Chad Clay.
I'd like to congratulate the robotics team for launching that T-shirt. They answered the challenge, but look at that. Chad Clay catches the ball at the 5-yard line and finds the end zone for the touchdown, and Walton now with a chance to go up 17 here. And that kick is up and good, and the Raiders lead it 24-7. A big third quarter by the Walton Raiders. They went into the locker room trailing by 4 at halftime, 7-3. They've now scored 3 third quarter touchdowns, and they lead it 24-7 with 2:34 left to go in the third. Now the Raider boys down there trying to do 24 push-ups. Boy, the TSL 3000. I'm glad he said that because I didn't know what that robot was called. But another Cobb County score. South Cobb leading Pebblebrook 17-14. All right. Walton looking strong here in this third quarter. There is the kickoff by Lucas. Slade is going to field it, and they're going to let him take it out. Looked like he had 1 foot in the end zone there. He gets it across the 15-yard line to the 17, and that's where Roswell will begin this possession.
Walton inside the 20.
All right. Whitaker back in there, quarterback, hands off, and going nowhere that time is the ball carrier as he's wrapped up immediately. Might have been Zach Williams on the stop. And it looks like we've got a Raider down on the field, and it might be Kyle Whitaker who just got credit for that tackle.
Kyle shaking up on the play.
Coach Hidalgo oftentimes is the first responder. And where's the training staff? They must be working overtime over here on the sidelines. Coach Hidalgo comes out to massage the cramp. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's going to let the girls take over. Coach Hidalgo's shaking his head. Like, I don't know how to do this.
Raiders offense starting to click. The TSL 3000 starting to click. T-shirts.
So Whitaker getting that cramp worked out. Wheeler is on the board. They were trailing 20-0. It's now 20-2. So the Wildcats come up with a safety. Etowah gets on the board, and they've closed the gap with Lassiter at 17-14 in that one. North Cobb still leading Campbell 31-0. Tell you what, you shut out Campbell with Mike Rogers. That's pretty impressive, but still a half of football left to go in that one. Langston Hughes having a big season this year. They lead Westlake 24-0. East Coweta leading Noonan 10-0. That one in the third quarter. Still working on Whitaker down there. You got a score you want to give us? No, you go ahead.
Canfield North Cobb is North Cobb is leading Canfield 31-0.
31-0. North Cobb, yeah. That's, what else do you have? What about Camden and Colquitt County? That's for the Region 1 championship. The winner of that is Region champs. What's the score in that one? Camden County, Colquitt County. What's the score? Come on.
22-8. Camden County.
Well, before you finish saying the score, you gotta hold the microphone up to your mouth. You gotta try it again. Keep the microphone up there.
Camden County leading Colquitt County 22-8.
Very good. Very good. That'll silence a lot of those Packer fans. There's a handoff on the end around. Roswell gets it out to the, looks like, 18-yard line. So it's going to be third down now. All right, if you see a score that you think, oh, you got an update on the game that the official wanted to know about, go ahead and let him know. That's a big time game here. On the pass attempt is Whitaker, and that ball is going to be incomplete, intended that time for number 81, Reggie White. But it was tipped at the line of scrimmage by Ridge Gibson.
Ball's incomplete, and that's going to bring up another 4th down. That Raider defense starting to click, folks.
Another score from Region 1, Tift County leading Brunswick 21-16. All right, Roswell once again forced to punt here, 4th down and 9. Ball spotted at the 18-yard line. They don't have enough guys on the field, though. So the 11th man rushes onto the field. Now they're ready. Looked like a procedure penalty. I don't know if it got called. They're going to do the rugby-style punt, and they finally get it away. Just let it roll. Get out of the way, Chad. Chad Clay wanted to pick that up so bad. DJ's got a punt return touchdown. Chad Clay wants one. But he does the smart thing and lets that thing roll dead at the 31-yard line.
Kick rolls down to the 31.
This is a score from Region 1, and we'll let our scoreboard master give you this one.
Coffee leading Valdosta 31-17 in the 3rd quarter.
Very good. Thank you, sir. That's going to surprise a lot of people down in the southern part of the state. I think a lot of people probably expected Valdosta to win that one. All right, Wilson will hand it off to Brooks. Brooks hits the center of the line and gets maybe a yard on that one. It'll be 2nd down and 9 for the Raiders.
Not much there, maybe a yard.
Let's make sure we keep an eye on. I'll give you a couple games to keep an eye on the scores of Lassiter and Etowah. We need to know that one, and then also. So you got to hit the refresh button there. So we want to know that one, and then we also want to know Milton and Woodstock after you refresh it. When we get in between plays, we'll let you give us those scores here. 2nd down and 9. Wilson will hand it off to Brooks again, left side. Brooks breaks a tackle, breaks another. Brooks across the 45-50, cuts inside. Brooks, 45 down to the 40 of Roswell, and a big 1st down pickup that time by KK Brooks.
30-yard gain.
We got the replay coming up here, and you will see KK Brooks take the handoff, break through the line of scrimmage, breaks a tackle right there at the line of scrimmage. Now a nice cutback as he slices across the Walton logo there and gets it to the Roswell 40-yard line. A big, big pickup by KK Brooks. All right, we got time for a score if you've got a score for us.
Milton is leading Woodstock 21-14.
And that one is in the 3rd quarter, right? All right. And what about Lassiter Etowah? That's a big game.
Lassiter is leading Etowah 24-14 in the 3rd quarter.
Yep, and if Lassiter wins that game, they are region champs. Etowah could be region champs if they win. So Woodstock so far hanging with Milton. As William told you, 21-14. Still lots of time left in that one. There you see some of the students here on senior night. A lot of them decked out in camouflage as they chose to go with the camo theme for senior night. We're getting ready to start the 4th quarter. Been locked in so much on these scores that I didn't realize that the 3rd quarter of play was over with. We are starting quarter number 4 here. Walton with the football at the Roswell 40 after a big pickup by KK Brooks. There's the handoff. Brooks bursts through the line of scrimmage across the 35 down to the 30, very close to another Walton 1st down. They'll spot him just shy of the Roswell 30, so it's going to be 2nd down and inches.
Henry, Eric Smith, David Davis opening up a hole. Second and less than a yard.
Wilson will fake the handoff this time. On the play action, he is looking into the end zone's got a man open, and a great diving catch. Unable to get into the end zone, but he makes the catch. That is Bailey Wolf, and Walton is in business. First down and goal at the Roswell 2. A tremendous catch by Bailey Wolf. Look at him absolutely lay out right there at the sideline. And, man, if we had a camera over on that other sideline, we might have been able to zoom in on that one. And, boy, it would have been close to him being inbounds because he caught that thing right on the sideline. The official was right there on the play, though, and they say he's inbounds, and it's a good catch. And they hand it off to Brooks, who's fighting towards the goal line. No indication yet from the official. Looks like he's going to be just short of the goal line, so it'll be second down and goal.
KK Marks just short of touchdown. Second and inches now for the Raiders.
Raiders send a man in motion left to right. Give is to the tailback that time, and I believe it is Rowling on the touchdown.
The senior, Henry Rowling.
So how about that? He doesn't get a lot of carries, but right down there on the goal line, they give it to Rowling, and he gets into the end zone for another Walton touchdown. Walton with a chance now to go up 31-7. And I'd like a recording of the locker room speech at halftime because might need to use that to motivate Williams' soccer team tomorrow morning as they get set to play their final game of the season. The extra point is good, and it is now 31-7. Raiders on top. They trailed this game 7-3 at halftime, so they have come out big here in the second half.
To Bailey. Orthopedic shirts, the Cactus Car Wash shirts are flying. That one almost got beat in.
The robotics team, very proud, and they should be. They were able to get one that hit the roof of the press box up here. All right, here's a game that's on TV tonight. Gainesville leading Flowery Branch 49-21, featuring the state's leading passer, Deshaun Watson. Ball is returned from basically the goal line, and they get it out to about the 16. Good job by the Walton kick coverage unit that time. Carrollton leading LaGrange 28-0. We were talking about nice high school stadiums earlier, talking about McEachern. Well, Carrollton has got one of the nicest high school stadiums you will see.
As are the Tubas.
You got a score for us?
Norcross leading Meadow Creek 54-14 at halftime.
Yep, Norcross. There's a Slade on the carry. Slade's got some running room left side. Has already got first down yardage out across the 40 to the 41. Now, William, Norcross is a team that started the season with a couple of losses, and everyone thought, no, this Norcross team isn't for real, but they have come on strong as the season has gone along, and they are rolling into the playoffs. Looks like they're going to pick up another big win here tonight.
For a first down.
So first down and 10 Hornets from the 42-yard line. They'll send a man in motion and hand it off to Evans. Evans hit right there at the line of scrimmage and tackled for no gain.
Evans on the carry. Drayon.
I took down some halftime stats for you and never gave them to you, but I can tell you that KK Brooks had 71 yards rushing in that first half, so you know he's well over 100 now for the night. The sophomore running back has secured himself a 1,000-yard season in his first year as the featured tailback in this Walton offense. Hand off to Evans up the middle, and this time he's able to pick up about 4 yards. So it's going to be third down, and let's see if it's 5 or 6. I'll say third down and 6 now for the Hornets.
Bring up a 3rd and 7.
They send Evans in motion all the way wide out to the right side. Whitaker's going to keep it himself and gets to midfield and just across midfield at the 49, so it's going to be fourth down and about a yard for the Hornets.
Whitaker on the keeper, stopped by Borsker, short of the first down. Fourth and about a yard. No choice for the Hornets but to go for it here. Slight cowbell scenario.
All right. Had to close down those windows. There is the handoff on 4th and 1. They're going to try to string Evans out, and he is wrapped up and dropped. Ryan Rogie, a sophomore, comes up with a big stop on 4th down, and Walton will get the football back on downs.
On a wide sweep, and then he was dropped by Drayon.
Look at the Walton defense do a great job of stretching this thing out and allowing everyone else to catch up to the play. And a fantastic job by the young sophomore, Ryan Rogie. Had an interception return for a touchdown last week at Etowah. There's another fantastic sophomore, Chad Clay, in the picture. It's senior night, but this sophomore class this year has been very impressive for Walton. What do you got, William?
Collinsville tied with Mill Creek at halftime, 14-14.
That is a big matchup up there in Region 7. The Region 5 teams are going to be matched up against Region 7 in the first round of the playoffs as Brooks bounces outside, left side, across the 40, down to about the 36-yard line. So another nice pickup.
So around the left side, wrestled out of bounds by Marcelo Ball.
There's another Region 7 score. North Gwinnett leading Peachtree Ridge 30-7.
2nd and 2 now for the Raiders. Right at the 35 of Roswell.
Two recent state champions going head-to-head tonight, Grayson and Brookwood. That one is 20-19 as this carry goes nowhere that time. And that was Brayon Thomas. So good to see Brayon Thomas get the carry. He's got a lot of action in the, there's an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against the Hornets. Brayon Thomas got a lot of action in the Hillgrove game late. And we just haven't seen a whole lot of him this year, but nice to see him get in the ball game here.
Milton is leading Woodstock in the third quarter, 21-14.
Why don't we see if we can get that screen refreshed and see if that score's changed.
First down now for the Raiders, right at the 22. They're running the ball, and they're running it hard.
All right, first down. Ball now spotted at the Roswell 22 as Walton tries to add to this 31-7 lead. They hand it off to Thomas again. Thomas across the 20 down to the 19. Pickup of 3 yards that time. 2nd down and 7 now.
Stopped by number 30, Marcelino Ball, number 59,
Leicester still leading Etowah 24-14
No.
in the third quarter.
No, not 24. What is it? Oh, Lassiter. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought you were giving me the Milton Woodstock score. There's a handoff to Thomas, left side. Thomas keeps his legs driving, gets down to the 18-yard line, so a short pickup by Thomas. Sorry about that, William. Give me that again. That was Lassiter and...
Leicester and Etowah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Still 24-14 in the third quarter.
Okay,
Leicester leading.
very good. Now let's scroll down just a little bit. Got a injured Hornet on the field. Number 53, Justin Auer. And he pops up pretty quickly and he'll jog off. Always a good sign to see these players when they go down to pop right back up and head off the field. All right, so I was talking about two recent former state champions going head-to-head tonight, Grayson and Brookwood, both of them having down seasons, though. And Grayson leading that one 20-19 in the fourth quarter over Brookwood. Why don't you give us these two scores right here? After this play. Hold on 1 second. 3rd down and 5. Breon Thomas, the tailback. And we are going to have a whistle before the ball is snapped. Delay of game on the Raiders, so that's going to make it 3rd down and 10 now. All right, what are those scores I wanted there?
Collinsville and Mill Creek tied 28-28 in the third quarter. And North Gwinnett leading Peachtree Ridge 37-7 in the third quarter.
All right, very good. Both of those scores from Region 7. Again, that's the region that these Region 5 teams are going to go up against in this first round. Handoff to Thomas. Thomas looks for running room left side, but there's not much there. It gets to the 22-yard line. And that is essentially back to the line of scrimmage, so it'll bring up 4th down. And Lucas is going to try another field goal here. He's had one block tonight. He's made one. And this one is going to be a 39-yard attempt.
Now for Christian Lucas, the senior.
There's the snap, the hold, and the kick is blocked again. This time they will scoop it, and Lucas makes the stop from behind. Christian Lucas comes up and makes the stop as Justin Victorian had scooped that ball up and thought he was headed for the end zone, but heads-up play by Lucas to come in and make the stop. So 2 blocked field goals tonight. And well, but now they give it to Benton Poor. I thought it was Lucas. Yep, you know what? They're right. It was Benton Poor. So good hustle by Benton Poor. But that's something the Raiders are going to have to work on as they get ready to play in round number 1 next week. You know, may be the kind of thing that comes down to a field goal at the end of the game, and you want to make sure you've got protection. There's a handoff. Evans waits for his blocks to develop. He's got a hole right up the middle. Evans may go. He's across the 20, down to the 15, the 10, breaks another tackle, 5. Touchdown for Evans. And we're going to have maybe a penalty. Yeah, the flag comes in from the far side of the field as Evans was shoved down well after he had crossed the goal line. So Roswell is on the board here in the fourth quarter with a touchdown.
Going to be a personal foul against Walton, probably assessed on the kickoff.
So a very patient job of running that time by Evans. Initially it looked like there was nothing there. The hole opened up and he took off. As we see the blocked field goal again, we're trying to get the replay of the touchdown, but maybe that's a sign we're not supposed to show that replay. The extra point is up, and it is good. And it's now 31-14.
The score now, Walton 31, Roswell 14 after the blocked field goal.
Lassiter now pulling away from Etowah, 30-14. So 4:52 left to go in this one. Raiders lead by 17, 31-14. And the Walton offense will get the football back again. Roswell's going to be kicking off, though, because of the personal foul. Tell you what, this would be, you know what? This would be a perfect time for an onside kick. Roswell kicking off from the Walton 45. They are trailing by 17 with 4:52 left to go. And I'd be shocked if they didn't try an onside kick here. Perfect time to do it. And it looks like that's exactly what they'll do. There it is, and whistles and a flag, as I think we're going to have offsides here.
Dead ball. Flag is on the play. It's going to be offside against Roswell.
So this will back them up 5. But again, same situation. Kicking off from midfield. Expect an onside kick attempt here.
Roswell's going to try it again, this time from the 50. 4:52 left to play. Possession's at a premium now.
And here comes the onside kick. They'll pooch it, actually, and it's going to be fielded. And it might have been Brooks over there, the tailback, KK Brooks. It was.
Kicks to KK Brooks.
So Walton had their hands guys out there. And Brooks able to field it cleanly and step out of bounds.
4:51 to play.
Lassiter leading Etowah 37-14 in the fourth quarter, and Milton leading Woodstock 35-14 in the fourth
Wow, looks
quarter.
like those two scores are probably going to hold up there. Lassiter will be the Region 5 champs. And with that Milton win over Woodstock, that means Walton will now finish, I believe, in the 3rd spot in Region 5, assuming they come away and win this football game. And so that means that the Raiders will face the number 2 seed from Region 7. And it doesn't matter which team you get from Region 7, 1 through 4, you're going to get a tough matchup. But I would imagine it would be either Norcross or North Gwinnett who will be Walton's first round opponent. And that game will be away for the Raiders. There is the handoff. Brooks is back in there. Nice cutback. Brooks has running room right side. Brooks across midfield, the 45, the 40. Brooks, 35, is going to be twirled out of bounds at the 30-yard line, and a flag comes in late.
30-yard gain, but a flag on the play. Marcelino Ball with the tackle. Let's wait for the call. from referee Greg Hogel.
It's going to be a face mask on the Raiders, unless the official just gave the signal the wrong way by accident, which I don't think he did. He's talking to the Roswell players. And the Raiders students out there chanting USA for some reason.
Face mask on the stiff arm from KK.
So a face mask on the Raiders will bring back a outstanding run by KK Brooks.
Ball right at midfield.
Collinsville now leading Mill Creek 35-28 in the fourth quarter.
Thank you very much, sir. This time the handoff to Brooks, left side. Brooks with a nice pickup inside the Roswell 45 to the 44.
KK Brooks for 8. Marcelino Ball in on the tackle.
If KK Brooks had 71 yards at halftime, I'd have to imagine that he is north of 150 by now. He's had a good game running the football for the Raiders. Walton letting as much time run off the clock as possible before they snap the football. Brooks up the middle. Brooks spins off a tackler and gets to the 40-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. And another flag comes in at the end of the play.
First down, but another late flag on the play.
2 flags down. It's going to be a holding call against the Raiders. 2 holding calls against the Raiders.
Holding against Walton.
All right, let's how about we scroll back up to the top there and see if we can get another score from that Camden County Colquitt game.
2 holding penalties called simultaneously. Only 2 holding calls enter. Only 1 is called. It'll bring up a
Second down and 12 for the Raiders. Ball spotted at the Raider 47, it looks like. And the line to make is the Roswell 41 for the first down. The give is to Brooks once again. Brooks to midfield. So a pickup of 3 yards.
Camden County leading Colquitt County 22-15 in the fourth quarter. And Tucker, Mays still leading Tucker 8-7 in the second quarter.
All right, appreciate it. Now, when you're given a score, if you say the team that is losing first, you can still say it. You can just say Tucker trails Mays 8-7. How about that? That work? And we've got a sideline shot of an injured Raider, and that's not good. I think it's Ben Hood. He's on crutches, but he's moving pretty good on the crutches. So I'm going to hold out hope that that's a good sign. Ben Hood, of course, went down on one of those big offensive plays by the Hornets in the first half on the long reception by Kendall Smith. All right, 3rd down and 9 for the Raiders. Back out on the field after the timeout. 2:37 left to go in this one. They'll send a man in motion right to left, and he'll set up in the slot. They give it off to Brooks once again, hit behind the line of scrimmage, but kept his legs moving and falls forward to the 46-yard line of Roswell.
Takes the handoff from senior Bryce Wilson.
Well short of a first down.
Leroy Wilson on the stop. No relation.
So we've got a timeout on the field. 2:26 now left to play. Walton leads it by 17. And a 4th down and 4 coming up. 4th down and a long 4, maybe 5 for the Raiders. So this was a big night in high school football across the state of Georgia. Final night of the regular season. Everyone gearing up for the first round of the playoffs next weekend. Walton will have to go on the road, William, and face a tough Region 7 opponent. Not going to be easy. We've seen some of these Region 7 teams play this year. North Gwinnett, Norcross, Collins Hill, some really good, solid football programs over there. Hutton Spittler, the rugby-style punt, will get it away. It's a low line drive punt. Now, the good thing about these punts is a lot of times the return man is scared to try to field it, and so they let it hit, and it almost always takes a good roll for the punt team, as it did that time. And a very nice punt by the senior Hutton Spittler. North Cobb now leading Campbell 38-0, so it looks like they will cruise to a region championship. On first down, the give is straight up the middle, and again, the Walton defense does a fantastic job of shutting things down.
The give to George Wesley. No game.
Yeah, R.O. Wesley. Wesley. That is a tough name to say. So 2nd down and 10 now for the Hornets. And they'll hand it off again, and we might have a safety. We may have a safety. Let's see. They're going to call it. The far official on the far side is calling the safety. And Walton may have just scored a safety. Let's see if they're going to talk about it. The referee is coming into the picture, and he is going to signal safety. So the Raiders get a safety here, and they now lead it 33-17, and they will get the football back once again. Let's see if we can get a replay of this one. Talked about how this defense has been up and down this season. They've had their struggles. Came up with a great performance last week, and I believe that was the play before. We're efforting to get this replay for you. But a tremendous stop by the Walton defense to pick up that safety. And that makes it a 33-14 lead. Raiders by 19. So Roswell will set this thing up at the 20-yard line now to kick it off. And I have a feeling Chad Clay's back there saying to DJ, let me take this one. You already returned one to the house tonight.
Shadi Bashir on for the free kick.
And he gets his leg into it good. Drives Clay back to the 18-yard line. Clay looking for running room is going to get swallowed up at the 38. So a return of 20 yards. And we've got 1 minute, 24 seconds left to go in this one. So Walton will get the win here tonight, and they will move to 6-4 on the regular season and 5-2 in the region. I can actually update all the region standings for you as Lassiter is cruising to victory tonight. They'll finish region play at 6-1 and 7-3 overall on the year. Milton also winning, right, William? Milton still winning big? You're going to have to scroll down for that one. Etowah will fall to 4-3 in the region
Yes.
and 7-3 overall. 35-14, right? Milton. So Milton's going to go to 5-2 and 8-2 overall. And Walton, of course, as I mentioned, 5-2. So Walton and Milton both finished 5-2 in region play, but Milton with the head-to-head win over Walton. That'll give them the number 2 spot in the region, and Walton will get the number 3 seed. Look at Wheeler come back. Wheeler was down all game long, William. Remember, they were trailing 20-0 and then 20-2, and now what's the score? Tell the folks.
23-20 in the fourth quarter.
Well, who's winning?
Oh, Wheeler.
There you go. The Wheeler Wildcats look like they are storming back.
Running hard.
Rayon Thomas on the carry. Picks up a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Got a backup quarterback in there. It's Benton Poor. Taking the snaps for the Raiders, a junior. And he will hand it off to a backup tailback, Garrett Eldred, just a sophomore. So Walton getting some of these younger guys some playing time, some experience. We are down under a half a minute left to go. And the Walton Raiders will be the number 3 seed out of Region 5 after a big win here on senior night in Raider Valley. There's the handoff to Eldred. This time he breaks a tackle. He's got running room. Eldred breaks it out right side. Eldred 40, 35, 30. Flag comes in. Eldred is driven out of bounds at the 20 with 7.3 seconds left to go in this one, but a flag came in. And I have a feeling it's going to be a hold. And then we've got another flag way over there on the Roswell sideline. So a couple of flags. That second one over there by the Roswell sideline came in real late. So we'll see if we can pick up the hold here. Might have happened right there on the outside because that's where the official threw the flag in. So the spot of that foul was the Roswell 37. That's where they'll mark it off from. It is a holding against the Raiders, and I think that's what both flags were for, was the same penalty. But regardless, a nice pickup by Garrett Eldred. And that will do it. That'll be the final play of the game, and the Raiders will win this one on senior night. 33-14 is the final. And the officials doing a good job there at the end of the game to run in and separate these two teams as words were exchanged after the final play. This Roswell team had a year where things didn't really go the way that they wanted to, but you know what? They played a lot of really good teams, really tough this year. And the Raiders will go on to play next weekend. And we don't know the opponent just yet, but it'll be a Region 7 team, and it'll be an away game as Walton finishes as the number 3 seed from Region 5. And it's a good chance it'll be either North Gwinnett, Norcross, or Collins Hill. Either way, Walton is going to have their hands full next week in round number 1. I'd like to thank the entire Raider Vision crew, Bob McLeod for his support tonight via text message, Kurt Schreiner, as always, all season long, Pete English and his entire crew from Raider Vision, William Burns for helping out on scores tonight, and my good friend Richard Feast for joining me for some time in the first half. And Walton wins this one. Once again, the final, Walton 33, Roswell 14.